In terms of the setup you got there, very good. Spine angle, hip angle, we said before about your posture, okay? So your belt buckle now is more down towards the golf ball, okay? In the past, when you've been sort of a little bit sort of slouched here and the hips have been levelled off, it's very hard to rotate, which then makes it very hard then for your torso to clear as much as we are doing, okay? Taking the golf club away now. Very good, okay? Arms into your chest, nice top of the backswing. Now as we start coming down, we're trying to get that lower half to clear and the chest to get back to the golf ball, okay? If we look at the image that we discussed as sort of the start here, in the past, your torso has been, I think it's the next frame, it's this frame, has been kind of resembled something like that. So your shoulder alignment is kind of off to the right elbow's behind the left by quite a margin, okay? And this would be your impact position for your body when the club is there. At the moment, the club is still well back behind the golf ball. So when the club does get to the golf ball, the next frame, it hasn't made contact, just about, to be fair, okay? Your shoulders now are more in line with the target, which means your path then is going that way. As we said, you can clear your lower half maybe a little bit more, but if you try to clear that now at the moment, you can get your hips going this way all day. But what happened? Your shoulders will go that way with it. And where's your path going to go? It's going to go that way with it. So don't try and clear your lower half too much too soon. It could be just a bit of stretching with it to try and increase that range of motion. I mean, it's simple when you can do when you're sat on a chair watching TV. Just come to the end of the sofa so your hips can't turn, and then just rotate around. I can't move my hips at all, can I? Because they can't move. Just stand there and do that for 30 seconds when the golf's on, or whatever it may be. Just rotate your hips and so on, just to get some extra movement through the body. And then the one we said stood up, where you stand there with your shoulders square and then move your hips as much as you can, just so you get more. Yeah, dance move, you see, mate. Exactly. But having that ability to potentially separate a little bit, it hasn't got to be much, but a little bit of movement there, just give you a little bit more power. And again, if we try to separate the hips and the shoulders and we can't do it, all that happens is your hips will start turning left, and so will your shoulders. And all you'll then get, John, is that sort of steeper across the board. That could lend itself to some fat shots or some dip shots or some pull shots. And then, of course, as a good golfer like yourself, you're going to try and recover that by holding the face open or sliding or just doing something to try and fix it. Be careful, as we said as well, when you hit the golf ball nicely, one bad shot doesn't make it a bad golf altogether. No. But it's so easy. I would, in some ways, the 6 iron you said, a bit off the bottom, thinny cutty. If you're on the range and you hit one of them, consciously put your club back in your bag, grab your phone and go and sit down and just do something for a minute. Send some emails or reply to a text or whatever it may be. Step away and then come back to your bag with a different club. It could be a 7 or 6 or a 5 or 6, whatever, but a different club, different from your mind. If you then step up to the next one quickly and try to recover it, you will just do a complete opposite bad shot, and then you get into that sort of rug and doing left, right, left, right, left, right. So give yourself that, okay, a bad shot. Right. In some ways, the worse the shot is, the more time spent between that and the next one. Because if you just keep hitting golf to try and figure out what's gone wrong, yes, you will, but on the golf course, you haven't got the luxury of hitting 25 shots over and over again to try and find the good one, have you, okay? The movement's good, 1 or 2 bad ones every now and then, not the end of the world, okay? It's how you respond to that, as we saw. The one that was thinny cutting, we joked about saying, it's actually a pretty good one in result-wise. It was sort of front part of the green, you take it all day. Then the next one was awful. It was a big snipe, way left. I think it was 20-something plus yards left of target. That's going to be finding trouble on some golf courses, isn't it? So.
Can I?
Yeah, of course.